Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are well. Thank you for joining me for the Wednesday prayer practice. Today at, 3:15, which is sometimes good to mix it up. It allows people at different what is it called? different time zones to join us. So, I'm taking a breath. It's always a little challenging to log on with all little pieces of equipment around me. It's always excuse me, important to take note of your space. We run, we rush, and Lord only knows the exemption of that. And when we come to center and to pray, we leave the speed aside. We kind of pop out into a pocket of stillness, hopefully. And with time and practice, the residual speed, the momentum of our day, timeline, the rush, stops quickly. We aren't pulled by the momentum for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours to be able to relax. We simply sit down and decide to take a breath and to be present. It's really that simple. We're able to anchor in our awareness what we see, what we feel, what we smell, what we hear. All those things are occurring in the present moment. So there's nothing wrong with being busy, as long as it's productive busy. You're just not keeping yourself busy because you can't bear to stand still. But it's okay to have a busy day. That's life. But when the opportunity arises, I feel it's important to have the skills that portion of your day that's busy is able to be in the past, in that it doesn't carry forward into a portion of the day that's still ahead of you, or the portion of the day that's in the present moment. And one of the most powerful ways is to anchor in our senses, and it gets us out of our minds. So we could all take a collective deep breath. Inhale deeply through the nostrils. And exhale through the mouth or through the nostrils, whatever you feel. And we ask ourselves, is it fresh the air we're breathing in. And we're not asking ourselves, we're just taking note of it. Is it fresh? Does it have moisture? If we're outside, is there wind attached to it? Or if we're inside, are we smelling our incense or the cologne? Or how this room particularly smells? So we're just aware. We're not just breathing. We're taking in that sensory information without elaborating. Oh, this is wind. Oh, it's fresh. Oh, there's moisture. We're breathing it in, and we're present for that. We're present enough that that's part of the data that we receive, and we're like, oh, fresh air. Oh, moisture. It's noted, and we're present for it. And same for our ears. What are we hearing? Let's take a moment. We're each in our individual places, many different environments, all over the world. So what's the sound? Even stillness has sound. And so we're present for that as well. And most powerfully, what are we seeing? We're not naming things like a wall or picture or my room or living room or flowers or garden or car or whatever, bicycle. We're not naming what we're seeing, but we're simply there seeing it. We're present. So we're seeing a color maybe, but we're not naming the color. We're just noticing and being present with the color. However it makes us feel. We don't name, we don't listen for it. And also, what are we feeling? We're in a cross-legged position. We're in half lotus, we're in full lotus, we're lying down. The chair is cushioned, it's wooden. We have a sensory feeling in our bodies. And so we feel that as well. And if it's a little uncomfortable, it's okay to readjust. So we're present for that too. Take a deep breath. Exhale again. By just for me taking note of this, of my legs, which feel a little tight from cardio. They were tight when I was speaking, but just by putting more of my awareness in my body and I was feeling the tightness of it, somehow it relaxed and the tightness went away. And I felt with an inhale, exhale, that tension that was there sort of moved. You know, where awareness goes, so goes our body, our minds. And our bodies sometimes are able to adjust and do things just because we become more aware of something. And then suddenly, I don't know, something shifts. And it wasn't me. I mean, not intentionally me. In awareness, our holding, our tension, our grasping releases. And with that calmness, our bodies, our muscles, our tendons, our tension, our blood pressure releases and things relax. And maybe where we have tension, it's able to move and the tension goes away. Same with our thoughts, anxiety, pressures, worries. We hold on to them. Like a magic force field. It just clunks on because we keep churning it. We live in that space. But taking a moment of presence and checking in where we are, making that time, focusing on our hearing, seeing, feeling, smelling. I don't know what other perception I might be missing, but then we're present and there's nothing holding that energy. And then it's invited to move forward. We're not meant to hold it. It can motivate us and tell us, guide us on what needs to be adjusted. But we can live with these things in a better way. So when we come to pray, to meditate, that's a period of time where we can, firstly, before we start, take a moment and relax. We release. And we open with an unconditional presence, openness to our environment, and we sit in it. We open, we breathe, we relax. We take that alignment, and we're not trying to align. We're just simply letting go of everything that came before, and we're just aware, awake to that moment, that present moment. So in a way, I guess I've just given a way to start meditation practice. But it's not meditation practice. It is, but it's not. What it is, it's a return to ourselves. we're only alive in the present moment. There is no life in the past, and the future hasn't happened yet. Life happens in the present moment. And part of the journey is learning to be more and more present in the life. Not the worries of the past, the issues, worries of the future, or worries of the past, maybe. The anxiety of the past, anxiety of the future. But being in that fresh moment where there's life. And when one is present in that present moment, one realizes that one really kind of fully has not seen life because of all the distractions. We're only maybe 30, 50, 70% present for it. But when we learn to become still, those extra percentages that were taken because of the past, the future, the worry, the speed, are brought back as available. And then we start noticing. And when we do think, our mind's clearer and our thinking is deeper, our wisdom is expanded, our intelligence grows, because we've learned to reclaim parts of ourselves, our energies and our abilities that were sort of taken up. It's like, I don't know, a computer. If your RAM takes up 40%, right, and it's always just spinning, well, that leaves you 60% to run everything else. But if you reclaim that RAM, that's more for everything else, more memory, more speed, maybe even more accuracy. And the time you spend on other things isn't as long because you have more focus for that. It's part of the path. And then when we do a practice or a technique, it's both a practice, I guess, and a technique, we can do that before we do our mantra practice. If we're doing mantra practice, or we can do this for 20, 30 minutes. I've spoken about this form of practices in the past. But by finding that stillness, there's very little, much less for the mantra to have to work through to kind of get us in that zone. It increases our sensitivity, which is especially important for those starting out. So they start getting those experiences and get an understanding of how it works and how it affects them. Because we've brought calm and stillness to our choppy, stormy energies, waters of our life. We take that moment and we're able to calm our waters, calm the flow, calm the heat, calm the momentum. So things are still. And then when we start, we have all that ability to be present to the beauty of our practice and to be open to what comes from the practice, what arises. There's a clearer seeing that occurs. And also, the practice develops faster because we're less scattered and also we're more present for it. And therefore, in a way, there's more power and oomph for it because there's not all these storms and scattered to tomorrow or yesterday, what happened. We're here. We're here. And we're alive. And we're present in the environment we're in. So I think we're going to take a moment, maybe 5-6 minutes, and be present where you are. Stretch your legs if you need to before you start. Just quick, make the blood move. And then get comfortable. Don't forget to breathe and to relax. And just sit in your environment. What you're smelling, what you're hearing, what you're seeing. Don't label it. Just observe. And then we'll start the practice. I don't know what mantra yet. But we don't put anything into the name. We just recite it. And we can switch between names as we feel called. It's a smooth practice. Kind of like a boat on the lake. Just saying the practice. Which you feel called to do. You switch when you want to switch. You're one with the water. You become one with the name. You become one with the sound. You become one with the energy of the names. And you let the name carry you. And at the end of the practice, hopefully, maybe there's gratitude for the practice. Gratitude towards God, or gratitude towards the universe, or just gratitude for your life, for the practice, how you're feeling now, if you had a healing, if you feel whole, or for the beauty you just noticed, or just for the moment of break. And then we'll finish. So let's take a moment and let's just be present. And let's remember, there are many people all over the world being present with us. So it's not you alone where you are. Many people in this exact moment doing the same practice. So as a community, we bring some presence and some stillness into reality, into ourselves, and we help each other find that space, same practice at the same time. And it's a very beautiful thing. So let's be present together, my friends. also close your eyes for that turning inwards. If you feel you would like to, I feel a deep peace, relaxation in my body and my mind. My body readjusting itself as it relaxes, less tight and more expansive. You could feel happiness and contentment bubble up. You could feel your heart center becoming fuller, less tight. We don't need to feel contentment or happiness for a reason. It could just simply feeling contentment, wholeness, happiness. We just simply feel it. It's in us naturally. And by relaxing, it comes to the surface and we rest in it. We rest in peace. We rest in the Shalom. Let's take a few more moments. Okay, so we begin our practice for For those who have prayer beads, get them out. Oh, you've already been doing it, holding it. Do the name you feel called, but I feel called to do Yahweh Ori. And so I'll start with that, and feel free to do it with me if you wish. Yahweh Ori, 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 Yahweh, Yahweh Ori, 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 Yahweh Ori. When we say Yahweh Ori, Yahweh is our light, or the light of Yahweh. It doesn't necessarily be a powerful charge. It could be a warm light, the warm light within us that warms us, that's not so bright that it hurts our eyes. It could be an easy light, like a candle light, that heals us from the inside out, that's gentle, when we just say a mantra, a name of God, we go in with no expectation. One name can be manifest one way one day, differently the next. We could be saying it slowly and softly, or we could be saying it sharply and quickly. There's no wrong way with the right intent. So when we say Yahweh Ori, Yahweh Ori, Yahweh Ori, it could be our inner campfire, our inner candle, our inner hearth that gives us life, nourishes us, that strengthens us, that gives us wisdom and knowledge and health. That's like a warm blanket that comforts us. The light of God is nothing to be feared. It's from what we come from. The Father that loves us and guides us, that wishes the best for us. So when we say Yahweh Ori, we can be summoning the best parts of God, the Shekhinah, His love, His healing touch, His elixir of health, alignment, a nectar, a fountain of youth, of blessing. It fills us from outside. It helps and comes into us. And when our practice concludes, we can feel that we've received something that we can take into our day, that we are growing and becoming more whole by taking the time to touch in. We're touching in with the ancient within us. We're touching in with the wholeness of a tradition that's old and the blessings that it has for having been carried on by many generations over thousands of years with the names. We touch the light of God and ask it to come to us. In the way it sees fit. And all we're doing is just, in a way, calling it out, summoning it. By saying it, it's actually there in the name. The presence is there in the name. Everything is there in the name. And that light fills us. We become more like Him. And we become lights. We can all be touched in with that beautiful light, with that blessing, which is available to everyone. Yahweh Ori, my dear friends. Yahweh Ori.
that kept on burning. A miracle, they say, but the world has kept on turning. Are there miracles today?
Everyone who lights the candles has a bit of ancient spark.
We are miracles lighting up the dark.
We are lights, lights of memory, remembering times long gone. We are glowing, growing miracles. We are lights, we are lights, we are lights, shining on and on.
A row of birds shines a light upon your face.
Linking of us to a far-off holy place. But the blazing of the candles is not the only light. Look at all of us shining here tonight. We are lights, lights of memory, remembering times long gone. We are glowing, growing miracles. We are lights, we are lights, we are lights, shining on. We are lights, shining on. We are lights, shining on. We are lights, shining
So thank you very much for joining me. It's been an honor to be with you this afternoon. It was, at least for me, a very beautiful practice. And I hope it was for you as well. So I wish you a wonderful rest of your day and week. And I look forward to being with you all on Sunday. Yahweh Ori, my dear friends. Until soon. Bye-bye.